And welcome. We've got the third European game of the day on this stream. Vega Squadron versus Team Adfinem, and Adfinem just winning, I think it was close to a 100-minute game now.
Nah, it was too long. I just took a nap there. No, but seriously, that game was rocking. It was all over the place. We didn't know who was gonna win for the last 60 minutes of that game. Could have went either way, and that was like I don't know, Anti-Mage like 60,000 net worth, Terrorblade 60,000 net worth. All these heroes just that stage of the game. It just comes back to like whoever makes the littlest mistakes or lowest mistakes are gonna win.
That's what it came down to. Now, let's see if Adfinem can keep their head cool going into a new game after such a long one. They're up against Vega Squadron here, and again, this for Adfinem, super important qualifying because they're in actually pretty good standing, I think, after that loss, or in decent standing after that last game. Vega, of course, having a little bit more trouble in this bracket, sitting at the 2 and 4.
It's going to be interesting to see how things shape up here because I feel like if Adfinem lose this, they'll probably out of the tournament with how well Fantastic Five, Escape, and Alliance have been doing, Secret and VP, so they need it, and it looks like VP might be eliminated already. I mean, there's a potential, not VP, Vega. So,
it's really hard to say without tiebreakers.
If Vega lose this, they're 100% out.
Yeah.
So for them, this game is everything. Same thing for Adfinem. If they lose this, they're potentially going to be out. So everything rests on this game. So this is why you should stick here and watch it.
Obviously, there are a bunch of different games going on, but as Ryu just said, hang out with us. We're going to see Io banned out, and it's going to be Earth Spirit and Ricky Maru. Team Adfinem actually just had a really good Ricky Maru game. So a little bit surprised with the first pick. They don't want that.
They want Elder Titan so badly right now. The hero's so broken. They're gonna first pick it.
Okay, this is going to be the Doxy ban out. That's another one that we've seen all throughout this tournament. Let's see. If they get it, they do.
Wow.
You're so
I don't know, Dota. I'm just kidding.
But for Vega, how do you think you best respond to the Elder Titan pickup?
It's a good question. There's a lot of ways to approach like the ET. I do like... Yeah, a defensive hero in the Dazzle is really good. I was going to say some defensive hero like Dazzle, Venge, or Shadow Demon is really good. And now they kind of synergize really well together. Dazzle, the Timbersaw, they have a lot of armor with reactor armor, plus the weave, very tanky to buff up against the Elder Titan because that's what his natural order does. It takes away all your armor, and then you just you're gonna get grounded and pounded. So you have to kind of counteract that by getting items and having this weave up. Now AF, what do they want to get? Good question. Are we gonna see the Thug DP right now? I'm thinking they want either DP now or they're off lane. Probably thinking about it because Slard are in the pool still, guys.
Yeah, it's certainly something that Skylark likes to play. Also, Beastmaster in there, another Skylark favorite. But I agree with you, the DP, if they don't get it now, the options for really doing well against Timbersaw in the mid get thin. So it's something that can be, or options for not having Timbersaw just kind of run up you. It's going to be Skylark's Beastmaster though. So
they were probably thinking about it too. Like it was either Beast, Slardar, or DP were the best pick. Maybe even another support hero if they're really thinking about it. But
yeah, and Terrorblade gonna be banned out because them's the rules right now. Obviously, that hero after kind of some teams just ignoring it. We've been seeing dominating Terrorblade games and gonna be coming back kicking.
It's like the second phase bans is like, okay, we gotta get rid of Terrorblade, we gotta get rid of Alchemist, we gotta get rid of sometimes Brood, and these heroes just are so annoying to play against. So also the DP is prioritized. And then that's when we're starting to see a lot of draw strategies play. Because you're just so focused on these other cores that sometimes you get taken aback, and some of these draw strategies in the other regions haven't been working out. They've been getting overwhelmed. So it's nice to see teams being able to counteract. And there we go, Alchemist.
The AM. So clearly,
ban.
Yeah, Vega did their homework. They just saw the last match where Madara had a fantastic anti-mage game. Obviously also something Madara is super comfortable with, so nice to ban that one out. For Adfana, wanting to make sure they have a good Elder Titan and Beastmaster game, anything in particular you'd be worried about? Did you try to get rid of some of... Nope, never mind, just the Night Stalker. I was gonna ask if you get rid of some of the supports that do well against Beastmaster, but...
Night Stalker is the support that does really well. Slark, what a hero. I think I really want to know what Adfinem are gonna go for now. Like, there's a Slark in the game. Slark versus Lifestealer. It's not the best for the Lifestealer in the one-on-one situations, just because he can just Shadow Dance and then Essence Shift all of your heroes. But oh, this is actually an amazing hero against the Slark, because what you do is you can glimpse them back into your connect field and storm, and then also all you have to do is when he plays really aggressive on you and tries to go for that solo kill that a lot of times the Slarks will go for, you can put the kinetic field and the ultimate down before Slark can get out. And that makes it so that you're going to be in there as a Slark, and the only way to get out is probably to TP. But you also want to get that disruptor kill, and that's just overcommitting sometimes, and a lot of teams get burned by it.
Yeah, it's also a nice pickup to deal some with the Timber Saw. You can try to Timber Chain away, but of course if you have that Thunder Strike on you, you get glimpsed backwards, so some nice catch there for Team Adfinem. How do you feel though about the Elder Titan Disruptor as a roaming pair to try and get kills? Because we've seen a couple teams try to make it work.
I think, like you said, it's going to be interesting to see where ET goes. We've seen it in the dual offlane a lot of times. We also see it just roaming around the map, trying to get kills. So if they have a weak mid hero here for Vega that punished like an Invoker, and yeah, we could see ET and maybe Disruptor rotating around. But this could just be Vega going Timber mid and just saying like, well, we have our tanky core in the mid lane, Slark in the safe lane, and then we need an off lane hero. What's a good off lane hero for Vega right now?
Well,
they're gonna pick Vega, probably a support. Do they want their support or their offlane now, actually? Probably support. Good here.
What is the nice... I mean, just a Lion gonna come out of them. I wouldn't be surprised if Vega just opt for, especially into a Disruptor Elder Titan, you get something that can just go jungle straight away. Some options.
Any hero that buys Iron Talon?
Exactly.
Every
anybody.
Hero? That's everybody.
And Team Adfinem... So this is gonna be their carry Faceless Void. Madara sometimes runs this, and it's generally very successful, and right now it looks like with Elder Titan to buff things up, you get a lot of good damage going into the Chronosphere, even early on.
Yeah, I'm really surprised they didn't pick up the DP there for Thug, because I'm pretty sure Vega are about to ban it. And the thing is, normally you're not going to expect the Faceless Void sometimes as the last pick, and it could still get through. Whereas you know Vega are going to ban the DP, most likely here. And if they don't, then I think it's a pretty big mistake. At the same time, DP is kind of all in at times in situations, because you have this long ulti cooldown from Faceless Void and the DP. So if you mess up any team fights, Vega Squadron can just run over this game and just keep killing you around the map. But it was just the most obvious choice. Now for Vega, they need an offlane hero that's good against these.
I'd also have been really worried if I was Adfinem going for the DP, just because the Faceless Void certainly can be a damage hard carry, but it sometimes feels like you mid out, maybe by not having another hard carry. And it is the TA! We're gonna get to see Thug's TA. You finally get your wish. It'll be exciting.
Calling it for the last 2 games, and I didn't call it for the one game that I just can't win. I just can't win. No, it's because his DP got banned, that's why. But Vega probably want to go for Slardar now. I think it's... he needs some kind of extra initiation. It's either Tide or Slardar, 100%. If I'm wrong, I'll quit casting forever, guys. Kidding.
The Tide certainly is really nice, and that is...
See, I wasn't kidding.
What's gonna be coming up there. Also, can Iron Talon jungle, which is, of course, the rules. I wouldn't, for Vega, something I really think they need to watch out for is in previous games where Adfinem have run Templar Assassin, they're very, very diligent about stacking for Thug. They'll even sacrifice sometimes their offlaner to go and stack if the supports can't make the rotation. So Vega have to be aware that that's going on, and I'm sure they will be. Probably Sioma or Solo will go out and around maybe 5-6 minutes try to get a ward up there.
Yeah, ET can just constantly stack because he's going to be roaming, and because they have Disruptor faces Void, it's going to be hard for Tide to necessarily stay in the lane. So we might see Spartan kind of stay in that bottom lane, make sure Tide goes to the jungle, and then once that happens, he's going to go stack for the TA for that. Yeah, like you're talking about. Once he gets those levels up. And the refraction and the side blade. So this is a very interesting draft from both sides. Both have even kind of lineups here. I wouldn't say Vega's team fight. Honestly, this is a very even team fight right now because Tide Ravage is not the be-all end-all here because you have the other aspect of things: Faces Void, Chrono, plus Elder Titan with the Stomp turnaround plays. So this is going to be interesting to see how the team fights shape up.
I also really like for Adfinem their solo pick-off potential. We've all seen how quickly Templar Assassin can burn someone down with a Primal Roar to lock them in face. Always fun too. So we'll just have to see how they end up going for it. There was an early smoke out to place wards that ended up getting revealed. So both teams kind of know that they are trying to place wards. And I believe, 1 second, it was Disruptors got the sentries and we're going to be...
How many Blink Daggers are going to be purchased in the game? We
Blink
got
daggers.
Tide,
Lion. Timber might get one.
Faces Void, TA, Beastmaster. You know, I'm going to say 5+.
Yeah, I would say 5+.
Pretty good, but that's 25 minutes.
Oh, no,
my God,
no.
we lost.
2.
0-2.
Yeah.
0-2. Will a tower be killed before 10 minutes? No. Team with the first kill barracks. All right, we did it.
Excellent. So Thug gonna get himself a bounty rune while Timber will as well. How did the matchup go? Timber versus Templar.
It's pretty much gonna be TA kind of stomping on the CS aspects. Like you can't kill the Timber Saw at all, but you can die, especially when you have the refraction charges up. So I think this will be a wash in the. And nobody's gonna be able to kill each other, but I think Thug can come out on top of the CS.
And quickly, I just realized we forgot to introduce the players. We've got no one already opening up onto Thug. Poison Touch there, coming in to help out from Solo, playing up the Dazzle. We're gonna see Slork being played here by FN, and he's got some support from Sioma on the Lion, and finally Tide. So let's see if no, they're not gonna go for anything there. Tide Mag in a little bit of trouble here. On the bottom lane, let's see, can they get around for the body blocks? No such luck. The Faceless Void in front though. A couple more smacks, they need it. No, he eats the Fairy Fire. Will he be able to do it? Oh goodness, First Blood goes down elsewhere, really. And finally, Maggie doesn't even go down. He's salved up. 5 health, 1 more smack. And he does go down.
Goodness. Both offlaners going down there. And I think this is gonna... actually, it benefits both because they both get EXP coming back, but benefiting Vega more since they got the first blood. And Slark is the benefactor of that, whereas the Faceless Void doesn't get the kill. So coming out a lot ahead for Vega for the core department. They're also running dual lanes here.
Yeah, obviously they've got a dual mid to try and make sure that Thug doesn't dominate that CS, as you talked about. And doesn't seem to be receiving too much punishment. Tide can go into the jungle, right? Doesn't look like they need the Dazzle up top. Anything Adfinem can do about this to try and draw away the Dazzle?
Well, they're trying with the Beastmaster up there. Maybe just rotate the ET top, but they can't. They need to stick the ET in the bottom lane so he's able to punish this, because they picked this greedy Faceless Void carry where he can't really do anything to the Tide just yet. He needs to start getting some bashes up and his top lane.
Yeah, we're gonna again see Skylark in trouble. He may just want to go jungle, and he goes down. So he can start trying to head over there, but unfortunately doesn't have that Iron Talon yet.
Very unfortunate for Skylark. He also leveled up the Whirling Axis. He wants. He's gonna become a fighter now. we're no longer going into the jungle, guys. But he still go back for the Iron Talon. It's gonna help out a lot for controlling mid lane. Solo harassing, coming in trying to.
Now, this is not making the lane nearly as easy for Thug. Timbersaw ahead in CS and denies right now. But I want to ask about... Oh, never mind. Maybe Skylark will go off to jungle some. I was wondering why he came back up top. It looks like it was just to get experience to hit level 3.
Yeah, it's nice to have the level 3 so you can just summon the boar. And get extra vision too from the Hawk. And just gonna go back. Does he have the... Yeah, there it is. Iron Talon. Probably should have done this earlier, but if you do that, then you just open up for this dual lane.
Yeah, oh, Dazzle got stomped on, but Thug unable to go. Didn't have the mana for refractions right there. So now we'll mana up some. He's probably going to Bottle Crow. He actually might want to pop him in a second here. End up in the Pig Courier. Gonna back out. But he has to be careful. This guy loves min-maxing, and you have to... Timbersaw did actually pick up a point in that Timber chain, so... to be a little careful.
Very annoying when you have to play against this stupid poison touch taking off my refraction charges.
Just a dual lane in general is frustrating, right, for Thug, and since the Tidehunter has gone into the jungle, Vega, it doesn't feel, are giving Adfinem an easy way to capitalize on the fact that they're expending 2 heroes mid.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about the refraction charges, which, you know, if I was on my ball today, we should be talking about it, but they have... The reason why TA pick was, it's kind of decent in this game. It's not even the best because they have, yeah, like you see the poison touch helping out a lot. Also, the chakram can just eat away at the refraction, and that's just not something you want to have. Like normally you pick like Vino or something or Jakiro to really help out against the TA, but they already have ways to deal with it. The chakram, the Slark just eat away with it with the dark pack. We also have another rotation in Sioma.
Oh goodness, they really want to get a kill onto Thug here. And here they go. There's going to be the Hex coming out. The Stomp, will it be enough? Thug, very low, manages to get off the refraction charges. Needs to run on out of here. Support coming in from the Disruptor, but the kinetic field doesn't land, and the chain on through will cause problems and actually bring back to safety.
Oh. They were kind of set up to defend for AF, but unfortunately... not going to be able to stop that, and they blocked up the camp here. They just rewarded it from Spartan, so they're going to be able to stack the Ancients now. Very unfortunate. Oh, Solo coming back.
He wants to go ward it up again. Hopefully Elder Titan can see this and get himself some nice bounty gold, and now Thug again taking harass in the mid lane. Elder Titan is over there, so maybe getting a stomp off, manages to hit Solo, but with no one around, how much can they do here? Thug taking a lot of damage, has refractions up in 1 second, gonna pop those out. Solo will go down. Can they work in onto the Timbersaw? No such luck.
That's good, because Thug got the kill, and he needs that, because they're trying to shut him down. He has the same amount of CS still as the Timbersaw being dual laned, and just imagine, if this was a solo lane, Thug would have just run wild. So they're getting away with a good time now for AF, because now they're going to be able to stack. And they're also getting the levels on Skylark. He's level 5 on the Beastmaster, so everything's going well for them. Same thing for Vega. Tide's not hindered anymore. He went back to the jungle as well. So all things considered, both teams are going to be good here.
Well, we haven't touched in on the hard carries as much for Madara. Looks like he's going that Vanguard build. That's always fun to see. So
I wonder if what he's going to get after. Probably still the Manta style, Diffusal.
Yeah, I've seen him go that build before. Do you see any reason to change things up in this particular match?
I think Diffusal is a really good item on the hero with the Manta style. You just do so much damage with the addition of the mana burn onto illusions and the Faceless Void with the bash. I don't think this is a good Radiance game, but could be wrong. You might want to just do it. It helps you farm, accelerate your farm very well, and it does help you scale a little bit better into the later stages of the game.
I find it to be really interesting, the idea of watching how this Faceless Void matches up against the Slot. Of course, Slot can be a real pain with the stat steal, so and Faceless Void can backtrack the damage, but not the Essence Shift, so that'll be a good one. Thug, again, as you talked about, Timbersaw just working to burn through refraction charges, and that is just so frustrating. Thug now, they're gonna start putting up some stacks, but Well, hopefully this Templar can recover.
Yeah, 3 stacks isn't that bad to start. Like, she can just go there now if she really wants to, and they can try to put Disruptor mid. What level is Disruptor? Level 4, maybe next time. It looks like he's going to be staying in the jungle. Because they have the Vanguard? Yeah, Vanguard is up for Madara if he really wants to stay and do the jungle. But it looks like they want to pressure still tower.
Yeah, they're nice smoke rotation, but they have to find something. I guess it's gonna be the Dazzle. Primal Brawl comes out. Solo does have Shallow Grave. Will he be able to get it off? No such luck. The nice quick pick off Madar, even coming up top for the push.
Yep. Really good too, and that's giving you free farm on the Disruptor in the bottom lane here too. So I really like the rotation. Either Faceless Void needs to go potentially mid, which I don't think they can kill Timber, go into the jungle, or go top. And top's a good option so they can pressure.
Yeah, if they can open up this lane, they can maybe get some wards up in there. Skylark flying the Hawk and cause a lot of problems for Vega's ability to farm over there. Although it's always hard, as we talked about last game, to get the wards up against the Slark, but you gotta try. Speaking of trying, Timbersaur's headed up there. His DD is gonna run out before he gets there. They are not getting this tower.
Oh, bottom lane, they got the Glim back.
Oh yeah, they're looking for Solo again. Gonna be a kinetic field that does not quite connect. Solo should be fine.
Yeah, they don't have enough mana for the stomp. Top though.
Yeah, okay, we were going for the Courier Slark and Tide coming from behind. Tide does have the Ravaged Timbersaw trying to catch up to Faceless Void, but this is a very difficult kill, and I think we'll just see a little bit of a Madara chase going out here.
Yeah, they can't really do anything to this Faceless Void.
So if he overstays his welcome, he does have to be a little bit careful. Yeah, he's gonna just get the time lock. Oh gosh, is he trying to steal the rune? Timbersaw does manage to get the bounty. So Madara won't be picking that up, but cute little play.
Yeah. It's just worth it to try. Should have got more bashes though.
Let's talk game plans. What exactly is for Ad Finem is the go point? Obviously, you need some basic items like Necros and so on. Do you think a Blink on the Faceless Void is good enough to start getting started?
I think what they like to do is just need to go in 2-man groups with smokes with the Beastmaster and keep roaring up targets. Also, Disruptor, once he gets level 6, is another go time. Anytime you have the ultis up, it's go time. Also for Vega, their team fight is decent. They have Lion level 6 now. So I don't think they can necessarily wait for the Tide to have Mechanism to group up, because they didn't stack the Ancients for him. So he doesn't have really a backup. But bottom.
Yeah, they're gonna go on to Elder Titan, immediately picked up. Kind of funny here. Lion did smoke for this, thinking maybe he'd come in, help finger someone suspiciously, but luck.
Yeah, now they're gonna pressure the bottom tower. Problem with their lineup is they really suck at trading, because they take so long to kill towers. And it's just gonna come out advantage for, I think, AF here. Even if they do get this bottom tower, they're still gonna get damage on mid and damage on top potentially if they keep going. Yeah, they're gonna smoke looking for that Slark.
Now the Slark is a really hard kill. They're also never mind, it's just gonna be Madara sent bottom without the extra damage to head into the Chronosphere. I'm not sure how they do it. This is a gank attempt. They have an idea of where the Slark is, but they're going very deep. I'm really surprised Ad Finem are going for this, and yeah, they decide to back it on out. What is Vega have to know something about being very passive across the map. Oh, the stun onto Madara doesn't look like it'll be enough to set up for the finger. And okay, Ad Finem get to continue to siege top.
I'm very surprised that Vega actually didn't get to take bottom tower. And it just goes to show you how atrocious their push is. And they were probably scared of the smoke gank, and it was just fortunate enough for Ad Finem that scare was what allowed Vega just to back.
Yeah, it's I just feel a little odd in this game that Vega very afraid when Finem had a couple folks up top. Of course, they were smoked, so I don't believe that Vega had vision always of the two up top. There's the Primal Roar and the Static Storm Kinetic Field. You talked about this. The only way out would be a TP. Do they have the damage to finish up this block? No. Will they get him? No. FN able to get on out. Beastmaster will fall instead. And now their Timber Chain and Nova won't be able to kill off maybe next time. But still, that was 2 ultimates blown for nothing.
I'm very surprised that they didn't have enough burst damage there. Man, did they use... The thing is, did they use everything, right? Did they use the wild axes? Did they make sure they used the
boar,
thunder
twice,
strikes,
you know?
the boar, everything? Because I don't know how he survived. He didn't have raindrops, and without raindrops, I'm like, okay, well, this guy should be dead. But that's one slippery fish. FN, thanking his lucky stars or something.
Yeah. He will be able to help get this tower. There's a TP in on the Faceless Void. There's going to be a glimpse backwards. The Timber Chain slightly off the mark, and now no one getting bashed up. Brought down the Timber Chain. War's lost auto attack. He has so much reactive armor. They Chronosphere just for him, but Madara can't get in. Ravage comes out. Madara has been taken down. It's Elder Titan and Disruptor against the world. A nice stun. The axes end up missing FN though. Oh my goodness, they cannot buy a break on killing this flock.
That was such a huge Shadow Dance play. FN is just unkillable right now or something. I don't even know how. Man, he's just doing really well. But meanwhile, this is what happens. You make space for your TA. Most last hits in the game. Has the Desolator complete already. Looking pretty good for Thug, but sad to say, you just fed over FN some pretty nice kills, and you didn't slow him down at all, so he's got a Shadow Blade. So they have a good time of bursting through the TA now, if he can find her.
Yeah, for block with FN with the Shadow Blade up, as you said, it could be, oh, one more auto attack. Templar Assassin does manage to kill off no one. That's huge, actually. Thug having such trouble there earlier. And here comes what I think is this gonna be a smoke, yep. So, a nice pickup.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Luckily for the 5 minutes delay.
Don't tell anyone, what are you doing?
How fast do you think it's gonna be? Give me quickly, you get a guess. How many seconds?
12.
Oh. You actually, okay. Yeah, you're not gonna make it.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11.1, 11.2, 7.3, 7.4, 12.
Yep, very well done there. As you can see, expert predictions coming out there on Roshan, but FN is hunting. He can't quite catch out Skylark. They don't have any sentries here. Oh my goodness, FN is hanging out actually in the middle of all of them, and instead they're gonna turn around. Mag, he doesn't have the Ravage up there. The Chronosphere comes out as well, and Thug's able to poke away on the sidelines. Now Solo gets caught there in the Earth Splitter, and he should go down. One more auto attack, and this is a disaster. Apparently all they needed was the Aegis for Finem to get work done.
Yeah, trying to make a team fight happen without Tide Ravage, that's question mark coming from the NA Dota pub here. But, well, that just opened up the game wide open for Finem. That's just going to skyrocket them into a huge lead now for the next 5 minutes. As long as they don't get overzealous and heavily commit, because they don't have Chrono now. Can't get caught out by the Tide Ravage because they know he has Blink. So, yep, just back out here, play, farm up everything.
Yeah, it's a little scary for Vega because Templar Assassin is that snowball hero. She just picked up her Blink, and I think naturally next can go into a BKB, which causes a lot of problems for Vega's lineup since most of their damage is coming from magic.
Yep, most magic, BKB, GG. They have to catch her before she pops it. Like that's the only way they're gonna be able to bring her down. And if they focus everything on her, then you have the Regoose from Elder Titan as well as Void. So it can become problematic in these team fights.
Yeah, Madara up top wanting to get this tower. It will be denied there by no one. The rest of the team coming over though. Will they be able to cut him off? Madara chasing. It's looking like Elder Titan has a Spirit Templar Assassin with the haste coming in. There's gonna be the glimpse of backwards and the sleep. No one tries to chain away, but there's too many trees too close. Goes down.
Yep. Is looking well, pretty good. Pretty good for AF. Now they can start pressuring. Still no Bloodstone Timbersaw. 18 minutes in the game. Normally a good time Bloodstone when you're kind of dominating early on is probably like 15 minutes. I want to say 14, but he's been shut down here and he's not going to get it for at least another like 5 minutes, I feel.
Yeah, you talked about it in lane, but Timbersaw, despite having a lane partner, just having a really rough time against the Templar Assassin, and a lot of this on the back of Thug holding his own very well. Aggressive blink forwards by Thug, of course, is rocking that Aegis. Not gonna pounce away with the Chronosphere. It hits onto 3. The rest of the team needs to get nearby. Ursula will be coming out there. Mag throws out the Ravage, hoping to save his teammates, but the Static Storm Kinetic Field is too much for the Slog. And now, finger onto Thug, but refraction charges are there. They rip through the Lion. They're gonna kill off the Tide now too. And that is another huge fight for
That might just be Rax.
Yeah, you said it was over like 2 minutes ago, and I was like, hey, don't be so hasty. I think you were right.
Game's over.
Oh, at least one Rax down. And good, the glyph isn't available.
No, that's what happens when you defend tier 1s or tier 2s. All of a sudden you're like, damn, what just happened? I just got slapped in the face, punched, knocked out, everything.
That's exactly what the fun stream wanted you to do, or wanted.
Yeah, somebody was like, they were telling Hotbed to punch me. Oh, he punched me alright.
It wasn't great.
Not as hard as Vega getting punched now, but...
Oh, the Timber Chain just off the mark. No one slightly out of position. Tug, he still has that Aegis here for another minute, so they could re-engage.
Yeah, they can. They don't even have Ravage.
Here they go, Slog. He's looking to get the kill. The stop. No, it won't be able to come out in time. And Thug backing out 7 seconds on that refraction. I don't want to just waste the Aegis. Looks like he wants to go chill.
Yep. It's just nice to back out after that. I mean, they had to kill that hero. Like, the one hero that Vega can win a team fight with by killing is Elder Titan. So they took it out. Sadly to say, though, they're still not halting to the progression of these carries of AF. And at this rate, when you fed over so many kills like that, and all the gold from the Raxes, this is the BKB complete on TA, and we just talked about that. If you're like, yeah. It's done.
Yeah. And in some games, the early BKB, you know, you get worried because later in the game it'll be very short. I don't think this game has a later. I think with that BKB, Templar Assassin can end this thing at 25 minutes.
Yeah. And it's more so that Vega are more reliant on this Tide Ravage than AF are reliant on this Void Chrono. Because they have a lot of team fight without it. And if this Void is not your off lane, so he's not going to be suffering from the same net worth problems that a Tidehunter will. He's also a carry, he's very tanky, and even if he whiffs, you still have the other two supports back you up with huge stun plays, combo plays. That's just the worrisome part. Like, you have one big team fight item for Vega, whereas AF, they have like a million, it feels like, here.
Yeah. They have a huge lead, and that's definitely items coming out in their favor. Madara doesn't quite have the Manta yet, but making good progress. And unfortunately for FN, this isn't awful for a Slog, but it's just not enough to fight into the Ad Finem lineup.
Yeah, all things considered, FN's had an amazing game. Like, he should have died probably like 3 or 4 times more, potentially, but his escapes have been miraculous, to say the least. And he's gonna have to carry this team. He's gonna have to find kickoffs around the map.
You could look for kickoffs. Fine. Maybe it'll help.
And get those field goal points.
Are you speaking of fantasy points? Does anybody still do anything with those? But, well, we're gonna just be waiting around Ad Finem, have tier 2s in their way in mid. So they'll probably just take that down. Vega, perfect team fight. As you said, they have to fight around that really long CD of Ravage. You have to just save it for your high ground.
Dire's middle tower is under
Testing
attack.
Roche, probably the best thing, as well as contesting the high ground. This is going to be... I'm wondering what AF really want to do here. Probably just gonna wait it out till the next arm buybacks, till the next Roche, take Roche, and then go high ground. Once again. It's gonna be systematic, and that's when Vega have to strike. If they let TA get another Aegis, the game is 99% over. For sure. Like right now, it's very grim for Vega, but they still have a chance.
Yeah, well, it's gonna get slimmer and slimmer because Beastmaster has a gem. Actually picked up one of his own. Nice of him to not force his forts to get it for once. So, cute little play there. And yeah, they try to see if they can't catch someone out with the spot on the TP back. When did you notice that Finem were picking up this Elder Titan?
I mean, I could have just told them like this hero is the most broken thing in Dota. I actually told them Slaughter was pretty broken. I do think Slaughter is broken, just it depends on the lineup. I do think Elder Titan, the reason why they've been picking up is because they got kind of stomped by Secret, and I think they lost
Quite
to
literally.
Literally, they got stomped both ways. And they were like 15-0. They got 15-0 or something that game. It was incredible. And I think they lost to it again in another game. So they're just like, huh, well, try this hero out, and they've had great success with it. So
I really do wonder. I mean, played through the open qualifiers. Everybody got to see them play with the Elder Titan.
exactly, I'm just
really...
like, what the hell are people doing with their lives?
Exactly. I mean, they were probably
They're just
screaming.
like, Hot Secret's an open qualifier team. Don't have to do research. No, but seriously, I have no idea.
Well, yeah, they probably weren't threatened since they're an EU qualifier, open qualifier team, not NA. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just I found it odd because it took till pretty late in these qualifiers for teams to start picking up the Elder Titan, and it's still not all of the teams. Obviously, not everyone probably has an Elder Titan player, but come on, most of these players are like 7,000 MMR or above. I'm sure you know the business of how this hero works.
Yeah, he's pretty easy to get the hang of once you play it 1 or 2 times. So I think I play Elder Titan a bit sometimes. It's a pretty fun hero. It's more along the lines of having a Phoenix on your team to think about. But it's more so that you're not healing your allies in a way. You're just more setting up for the counterplay. Whereas you're doing the counterplay with Phoenix too with the heal, but you don't have a stun, a reliable stun. Whereas with the ET you do.
And now, looking up at the other TV, seeing that Alliance is playing Empire. Wonder how that one's gonna pan out. But for us, we just gotta wait until Finem decides it's actually time to go. Thankfully, Roche is respawning sometime soon. In games like these, obviously there is still hope for Vega, but given their position in the standings, given the way it's going, do you think that ever kind of affects things? Vega knowing that they're kind of at the stage where all they can do is try and affect whether another team makes it, not themselves?
Vega or Empire?
Vega.
Yeah.
Because you're holding out,
Yeah.
like, you're not gonna GG out of your other matches. That's rude as all get up, but you're
gonna be tilted and you're gonna be devastated that you didn't make it to TI, but you're still gonna play. But it's gonna be at like 90 or 80%. It's definitely not gonna be 100% play because you're gonna be depressed no matter what.
Yeah. And I always kind of wonder about how that affects the teams who get to play. If you would have maybe had trouble against a team, but for some reason they're already out by the time you get to them,
Yeah.
it can really help your chances.
No, it's just like NFL, like team at the end of the year. They're like, you know, 2-14. It's like, whatever. Well, we're gonna be playing backups.
And I think there was actually, I want to say, for one of the majors, I remember Swindlemelons on Complexity demanding that they have blind matches somehow. They timed the matches so that the teams wouldn't know if they were in or out already, so that they didn't have any chance of teams just kind of throwing. They already knew they were out or something. I can't remember the full details.
The competitiveness is, you do take away from the competitiveness some games, but that's just how things are sometimes.
Yep. Can't solve all the problems. And for Vega, not sure they can solve the one of, hey, all of the enemies are coming. Was that just a dire scan coming out here? I feel like you know that they're all
use
there.
everything in your arsenal, Llama. Come on.
I'm sorry, don't always use my scans for right where I can truly see the enemy heroes.
Come on.
With a ward, but they kill that ward. And now, oh my goodness, 2-shot, not quite so. Solo gonna stay alive with that shallow grave. Thug coming back in. Oh, Doug wants solo. Not gonna let the Earth Splitter get it. What a jerk. Not helping out the teammates, but there's a Ravage. It manages to hit onto a bunch of them. BKB coming out from FN as well, so that Static Storm doesn't hurt us much this time. But the glimpse back on the Timber. He's gonna be put into an awkward position. Chaining over to the side. Slock misses the pounce here. FN, will he be able to escape so easily this time? It actually looks like Vega are kind of dancing circles
no one's
around.
getting the time dilation.
Oh yeah, and oh my goodness, that crit. Thug, can he do some more though? The nice blink away. Hey, you're gonna get your blink dagger predictions. The bash though. Madara getting enough damage. No one about to go down to the last auto attack. And we only have buybacks on the Timbersaw, so this could just be another lane of racks.
Yep, I got all 4 of my predictions right.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Impressive.
And I predicted the game right now, but I didn't predict the game. I'm not a biased caster, guys. Please.
I am. I like Advenem, and it's looking like they are going to be going further on in this. Chasing down the slot, slims back into a Chronosphere. That's the life here for Madara, and now Solo uses that shallow grave, but it is not going to be enough. They just want to take down Thug. It doesn't matter. That's an Aegis right there. Will Solo even be able to get the kill? There's a Madara chasing after him, smacks him down. Templar Assassin went down probably to single digits there.
Yeah, she had a he. I hope it's not a he. That would be very.
They do say she has a secret, but
Oh boy. 13 HP.
13 HP. Goodness gracious, there is nothing they can do. Vega just trying to stay in this. This is their only chance of going to TI, but it is slipping away with a glimpse onto Mag. They do not have buybacks. GGs are called. And I believe Vega no longer able to qualify, but Advenem doing a hell of a job making sure that they're still in this to win it.
Yeah, there. Maybe by some grace of gods or something, there's potential for Vega to win the next 2 games, and
Even
then
if
it'd be
they-
like 4 and 5, and then there's just like almost no way. But
Yeah.
that feels good, man. 4 predictions correct. Oh.
What
man.
do you get for your predictions being correct?
Yeah, I don't even know if
Oh.
it. So, team. Yeah.
You know, your screen isn't showing on stream, so you
Yeah.
could just lie to stream and say that you got them correct.